introduction. I'm going back a bit. I was just going to record and share the link because I can't devote any other 30 minutes. So thank you so much for joining the WhatsApp challenge. The purpose of that and the reason why we chose WhatsApp first is that I think it's going to be a quick win. That's as in we'll be able to see the benefits quickly. That's why we chose WhatsApp because when you do, I'm of the opinion that Instagram is one of the hardest because after you've done all the dancing, all the blah blah blah, the algorithm is quite hard. But we'll still get to Instagram. But I chose WhatsApp first because I feel it's the one that we can see wins quickly if we are committed to what is being done. So I'm basically just going to go over what we've done for all of the 7 days, and we'll give feedback, and you get the opportunity to ask questions. So for day one, we set up our WhatsApp business accounts and we ensure that our profiles are professional and that they align with our brands. So for me, I'd already had my WhatsApp business account. I decided to use my real estate CC business handle for this challenge. So I'm focusing on the real estate CC for this WhatsApp challenge. And so I already had a WhatsApp business account before. I know I changed my profile picture. I used to have a picture that had something think about land or something, and then my personal picture was cropped into it. But as a result of this challenge, I went on and I changed it to a picture where I'm in green because I want anyone thinking about real estate to be thinking green. So that was why I picked the picture where I was in green. And it's a sharp picture. And real estate is a marketer, a property marketer. So I'm of the opinion that it is okay. And so I don't know if you'd like to talk a bit about your how your day one went, sis.
Okay, so my day one, it was just there. I was able to, of course, I've always had a WhatsApp business. I've always had a business account on WhatsApp already. So it wasn't something I just did for the date. Yes, so it wasn't just something I just did. And really also, I've not really, even on that, I've not made any headway about it, so to say. Yeah, when I mean headway, I mean I just had people view my status, and they just view and they say, oh, this is nice, or this is nice, and all, and that is where it all ends. And in fact, what I thought of doing was doing a overhauling of my contacts. Now the challenge is, how do you get the contacts of the people that will buy from you? Even those that know you do these things, they still go outside to make their what's it called, their purchases. They go outside to order meals, they go outside to order their cakes, and all. And when they're there, say, yeah, I'm you. I just remember that that's what you do. And also for me, I've not, even whilst I had the business account before I joined, the challenge, I've not had any I've not had
Okay, so
any.
yeah, so do you want to talk about your profile picture? Did you change it as a result of the challenge, or are you still keeping what you had?
Okay, so I'm still keeping what I have, and what I intend. So for over the weekend, my phone was very good. May the Lord bless me with a new phone. That's a major prayer point for me now. So I really couldn't, do much on it. But that's so what I intend to do is I'll pick one of the pictures of some of the things I've done and use it as a profile picture.
Okay.
Maybe a picture of a
There's
wedding cake
profile.
that I've done, or a picture of a cake, a picture of a meal I did. I'm well packed. Like I have a package called the food box. The food
Wow.
box contains the meal, contains fruits, contains water, contains drink, contains a
And
full, you know.
And so, you know, with WhatsApp, you have both your profile picture and your cover photo. So I would recommend that you change them frequently. And see, sometimes the
Okay.
DP change alone brings things afresh to
Memory.
people. So if they are saying the same thing constantly, it's more or less it has now become part of the landscape, and it doesn't really catch attention. So I'm going to go on to day two. So for day
Okay.
two, we had to write a compelling business description with relevant keywords and a clear call to action. And we were to include our business hours, our address, and our website link in our profile. So I'll go first. So for me, what I did regarding the business description was that I went on ChatGPT and I asked ChatGPT to write a compelling business description with relevant keywords and a clear call to action for a real estate marketer. And ChatGPT gave me something that I really liked. And so I just tweaked it a bit and I used it and I updated my business hours. I did not put in an address, but I put in the link to my catalog for people to check out the available property. And I was happy about it really. So I'd like to hear from you. How did your day two go?
Okay, so for the day two, I in fact the description was what captured me, and I had to just okay. So there were way back. There was a time I did a 1 minute audio introduction of what I do. No, it wasn't even of 1 minute, 30 seconds introduction of what I do. Just a touch of on everything, introducing myself in 30 seconds on a audio note. So I still had that stuck in my memory. So I just re-downloaded what I had there. And now that you just mentioned about chap, what do you call it again? Hello.
Chat GPT.
So okay, Chat GPT. I would
Chat
I think
James sorry. Sorry. One madam that I want not to disturb me is still here disturbing me. Anyway, all right. So Chat GPT. So what I just did was that the prompt I gave Chat GPT, I just used the same thing that we had there. What I just added was my niche, and it gave me something really nice. And if you already have something, you can put it on Chat GPT and ask it to write it for you in a way that is compelling, and
okay.
put in and ask it to get so you ask it to rewrite it to be compelling with relevant keywords and a clear call to action.
Okay, I think I would do that.
Yes. And
I'll
so were
do
you
that.
able to put your business hours, your address, and your website link?
Yeah, so I do not have a website yet. So that's the only thing that was missing there. That's the only thing that was missing there, but every other thing was inclusive.
Well done. Well done. And so for day three, we were to familiarize ourselves with the features like quick replies, automated messages, and labels for organizing chats. So for me, I already knew about quick replies. I'm not a I'm not a huge fan of them, but I know where they are if I want to. Even for the automated messages, I just put the automated messages because of the challenge. The good thing about it is that when people send you messages and all of that, the automated messages come up. But
Yes.
one reason why I'm not a huge fan is that, like, if you're in a group and someone tags you and all of that, your your automated message is going to come up in that group. And I mean, a couple of groups where advertising is not particularly considered, is not top on of the it's not top on the list, and so it's a bit fun. this is my link and all of that. So that's actually why I turned it off. But I'm keeping it until the end of the challenge anyway. So sorry to anyone that gets automated messages. Important lesson, don't tag me. So there's a group I'm in that I have my business WhatsApp in and my regular WhatsApp. So the convener, whenever she wants to tag me, she uses my personal one because she knows that one is not going
Okay.
to have a message. So if you tag me with what it is, then of course I also know what labels are used for. I'd known that before this challenge started. So I'd like to hear from you. How did day 3 go?
Okay. So for me, for label, I labeling is 1 minute, please.
Sorry?
1 minute. What? Just
Okay,
give me a second, please.
okay.
Okay. Hello, sis.
Okay, hi sis. Yeah, we're back.
Yeah.
Okay, so please go on. How did
Okay.
your
So
day 3 go?
yeah, day three rather. So for the labeling, so I'd known about it also before, but I did okay. So it's just that when you know something on the surface and you don't know much about it. So it was during the day three I got to know its importance and all. And of course, I created some. So I just had that. I realized that I had a prompt that I should, add to the catalog. So I did with prices, initially I didn't want for okay, so for a decoration, for a wedding decoration now, depends on the number of guests, depends on the number of people, depends on what the client wants. But in this case, I wanted to leave it blank, and but he kept saying I needed to put a figure. So
Mm,
I just did a random figure. So what I did, I did a range between this. It didn't allow for any other stuff. So that was what I did. Then for the quick response, I've always known about that. I had that also on my what's it called? But for me, sometimes, so I notice that sometimes my quick response comes up on the on group chats. Do you get my quick response
mhm,
comes up on group chats sometimes. Sometimes now it pops up, it just pops up, message was sent, and the next thing I'll see is thank you for reaching out, we're not available now, we'll get back to you as soon as we can and all.
mhm. It's
So
usually
once
when
in a while,
someone tags you.
how do you say?
I said usually when someone tags you in the group, that's when it comes up.
That's when it comes up. Oh, okay. Hmm.
So particularly if it's a group where maybe let's assume that let's say it's a group where everybody is in therapy, for example, someone now tags you and then it's not saying sorry, wait, but to order for your cake, check this website. It just doesn't really come across as as being
Yeah.
true. So, but it's just for us to get used to it. Um, maybe we shouldn't be joining those groups with our business accounts. Maybe that's the lesson. Okay,
Mm.
so I'm going to move on to the next to day 4. So day 4, for managing your communications effectively, explore WhatsApp status, WhatsApp broadcast lists, WhatsApp channels, and WhatsApp web. So for me, for my WhatsApp status, I more or less have a strategy on how I post. So in the mornings when I wake up, I want to focus on scriptures a lot. Then after scriptures,
Mm.
what I then do is that I share um at least one the before I used to do YouTube, Threads, Instagram, Facebook for the same property. I would go, I think so I would
Yeah.
everything that I would just put them on my status as well. And then after I'm done with that, then I'll post a lot of entertaining and educative stuff that is not essentially real estate. Just and I noticed that most times people will skip over the one that is business and they
And go
want
to
to
the
follow up
one that
on
is
the one that is they'll come and take me ha ha ha. Oh, because if I see anything funny, I'll post, and for as long as it's not degrading or anything like that, I would post, and then I real. In fact, there was a day I told someone that you always come to. It's always the ones that are not serious that you react to. Is it that you don't
the
see my
one
serious
that
posts?
I'll be rich to ask. So
Hmm. Because I was like, this is one person that I've been talking to about property ownership, no response. Talked about how you're going to make your life count, no response. But every time that the person is coming to my DM, is always to ha ha and all of
mm,
that. And while I understand that we need to chill and laugh once in a while, I just have a chat where that's all you spend your days doing. It doesn't really sit well with me. But anyway, that's my strategy for WhatsApp status. Then I have WhatsApp broadcast lists for different categories. Because one thing I've noticed with some people with broadcast lists is that they have one broadcast list. And so whether you are someone that they are just talking to about their business, or you are someone that they have sold to before, or you are someone that is their prayer partner, you are getting the same message.
same.
And what that does for someone like me is that I just turn off from your messages because I know that you are not speaking to my needs. You are just talking about what you want to talk about. You haven't taken time to really understand why I want to connect with you. So again, I'll use my example as a real estate marketer. The person that all the conversation we've ever had is, oh, so you sell property, great. Or let's say someone that I had won something in my quiz and I said, let's connect on WhatsApp, and we connect. And the next thing, I'm sending you tons and tons of available property. You haven't told me that you want to buy anything in
Any.
terms of, so it's just spamming. But if I start talking, let's say I go from quiz to, oh, what do you do? What do you do? And then you begin to tell me, oh, this is what I do. And then I figure out what could be your pain points. And I begin to talk to you about how is your rent? What do you think? As in, do you plan to continue renting for so long? And then you are like, actually, I'm really thinking of getting my own property anytime soon. So I'm moving you from someone that just wants quiz to, someone that may be interested in my products. Then I ask you one or two other questions. What area would you love to buy property in? For example, I say, oh, my preference would have been Banana Island. But if I don't have Banana Island money, I don't mind Ikeja
I
or
can
Ikoyi.
always, yeah.
So I know that, okay, I have to move you to my Ikoyi prospects, for example, and maybe Banana Island. So whenever I then see property that is around Ikoyi or Banana Island, then I send to you because I know that that's what you're interested in. Because I shouldn't be sending stuff in Money Ibadan to someone that
Of
has
course.
said that they're interested in Ikoyi property, or someone that said that they're looking for a C of O property, and I'm now sending you registered deed and survey. I'm not speaking to you. And so for me, I believe that broadcast lists can be so powerful, but they have to be properly segregated. Then what I like about WhatsApp channels, I've had WhatsApp channels before now, is that some people don't want to do groups. They just want to get their information and go. And
Mm.
I like the fact that WhatsApp channels caters to that. All you have to do is just, but the only challenge is that because WhatsApp channels is hidden in updates and people don't get notified when something new has dropped in a channel. For me, that's
Yeah.
a drop that I think WhatsApp can work on. Then, of course, some people don't really like pressing phone. They feel more comfortable and more business-like when they're on the laptop. And that's where WhatsApp web comes to play. Uh, there was a period, about 3 months, that I was out of regular employment and I was working from home. I was still doing some freelance work. And because I was working on the laptop and I was connected to WhatsApp web, I was able to address my real estate business concerns real time while I was doing my other work. So, it just really, really improved my productivity because I just had to close one window, open one window, chat and all of that. And it was really helpful. So I'll ask
Yeah.
you, how did your day 4 go?
I'm with you.
I said, how did the 4 go for you?
Yeah, so honestly, like I said, over the weekend, my phone has been very wonderful. So I've not been able to, yeah, my WhatsApp status is very regular, but I've not explored the opportunity. I've not explored the possibilities of I've not explored the possibilities of what's it called?
Broadcast this.
Broadcast, yes, and channels. I've not
So I would like to go back to what you said about that people are viewing your status. I know sometimes people will even come to make comments right on your status. Is that correct?
Yes, yes, yes. I get comments like, "Oh, this is nice. Oh man, how much is this?" And
So, so those people that come and respond to your status, begin to add them to broadcast lists. Huh?
okay, okay,
So like someone viewed your status and was like, hey, how much is this one? So this person is interested in cakes, for example.
okay.
So put the person in your cakes broadcast list. So even if it's once a week or so, you can send out first of all, a happy new week message, for example. Then maybe on Tuesday you can now say, oh, if you like to order cakes, we are going to be taking orders today, for example. So you can start off with broadcast lists for those people. Then maybe after like 2 or 3 weeks or 4 weeks of doing broadcast lists, you set up your WhatsApp channel for your business, and then you now invite them to come and subscribe to your WhatsApp channel. And that way, they are not, because the issue with status is that if you put up your status at some point and I wasn't watching the status, I will miss the information, right?
Mm-hmm.
But if you take the same thing that you are putting in the status, you also send to your WhatsApp broadcast list. That means that anytime those people come online, they will see what it is. They don't have to view your status.
Mm.
And if they subscribe to your channel and you post it there, anytime they go on the channel, they should see it as well.
Yeah.
So for
Okay.
me, I think that should be your next logical next step because
Okay. I'm
you're
noted it down.
already getting WhatsApp status views. So you, one thing that's one way to convert your views as people begin to comment and all of that. Sometimes it could just be a meme about food. It doesn't have to be what you're selling. It could be
Mm.
something, or another day it could even be something educative. Tell us about the classes of food that we should never mix.
Okay.
Something just so there has to be like a WhatsApp status content strategy. So you now begin to that helps you to understand what the people that you are with like. So that one of that they viewed your status and they forgot and went to someone else. If you're always reaching out to them every week, you will be top of mind. So
Mm.
before they will go to the other people they are going to is because those ones are constantly in their face. So they are not being, it's not personal for them that they are not patronizing you. Most times they're just thinking that, oh, let me go quickly. And if they haven't engaged you and interacted with you so well, they probably will go like, "Ah, I don't know if she'll be one of those people that will give me attitude now if I go and patronize her." There was this thing that, would I say, I really was not happy about it online a few weeks ago, where some people were dragging themselves and someone was dragging somebody else. And one of the things she was using to drag her was that she patronized her. That was one of her ways of trying to farms. And I was like, this is just wrong. Someone spent her money patronizing you and then you use it as fodder for drugs. Really bad. So, people
Okay,
are
what
usually
that
very,
sells, the lady that sells soap?
what? No, no, it's not the soap. I just learned about the soap matter. Though I'm hearing about that one too, that she was quite rude to her customers.
Yeah, that she's
I
not
don't
responsive and all.
mhm. I don't have all the parameters. But what the
Mm.
one I was talking about, someone bought wigs from another person, and this wig seller was dragging the person that bought wigs from her, and she was
Yeah.
saying something about how she came to patronize her just because she wanted to get closer to her and stuff like that. It
Wow.
was just necessarily messy, and it's not the kind of stuff that you should be doing as a serious business person. Anyway, so let's move on to day 5. So day 5, promote your WhatsApp number on your website, social media channels, and email newsletters. So for me, my phone number is on my social media handles, all of them. They have my phone number. Well, not all of them, most of them. They have my phone number. I don't have a website and I don't send out email newsletters yet. I honestly cannot devote the time to either. So I focus a bit more on social media for now. But I trust that at some point I'll need to, I'm still trying to justify in my head that I need the website or to send out email newsletters. Uh, I'm I'm still I'm still get working on that anyway. So I'd like to hear, were you able to do anything for day 5?
Yeah, for the five. No, I wasn't able to do any. I
Okay.
wasn't able to do any yet.
Because they are going to need to quickly. So all of this thing, you were saying that how do you get new people to
Yeah,
increase
new
your
contact.
contact ahead? So this is one of the ways to increase your contact list. So anybody that comes to your Facebook, for example, they should be able to find your WhatsApp number and they should be able to check for what.
Okay. So for the WhatsApp, my WhatsApp is actually on my IG page. Cakes by
Okay.
Mobian is also on the Facebook page also. Cakes by
Okay.
Mobian. Now I'm thinking of using my personal page to run because I realized that it became very tasking for me having to post on all the platforms, including my LinkedIn account. Then again, I now realized that okay, so is it possible for me to merge? Now, the concept I had from the beginning was don't mix business with personal, whatever. Let there be two pages. But for the Facebook, if I can really say my business IG page is more functional than my personal IG page. You get but for Facebook, my personal IG page is more functional than my business IG page. So I'm thinking of what occurred to me was, do I just put up something on my personal Facebook page, telling people reintroducing myself and what I do again, and then maybe just fashy the other business Facebook page. And to think of recent, for the business Facebook page, I've had a serious, followers between, I noticed that between last week in September and now, almost every day I'll get 12 views, I'll get 15 views, I'll get 10 likes, I'll get, So when I started noticing that, I got a bit confused. That okay, now that it seems this is, I'm beginning to get more followers, I'm beginning to get more likes, I'm beginning to get more people comment on some of the older posts that I have done. Is this a good time to shut this down and link it up with my personal? Now for my personal, I have over a 4,000 followers. For my business, I have less than 1,000.
Okay, so what I would recommend, what I've seen some people do is that, but this is not a Facebook or IG class, but I'll just delve in there. So what some people do is that they tag, like they could make the post on their personal page, for example, because they know that that's the more popular one, but they will tag their business page. So,
So from all the reasons, I couldn't do that again. I used to do that.
so for
And for
for
some
example, on Facebook,
Apple with settings, or it's
so
Facebook that
for
gave me a
example, on Facebook, what you can do when you want to tag on Facebook, instead of trying to use that tag friends thing, when you finish writing what you want to write, then you just do maybe CC, then put art and put your business name. So it will be in the body of the post rather than trying
okay.
to tag as a friend. So people will still see it. It's registering in people's minds. I know people like to do apropos. They will now want to see who is this person again that she's tagging. They will go. So
Okay.
some of your 4,000 can even still move from your personal page to your business page as you. So there's a young man I know that he did that because he had two profiles, and I guess he didn't want to be posting on both profiles. So what he did was that he made the profile that he will be tagging. He made that so that he didn't have to go back to go and review and accept tags. So every time he posts on one page, it will also appear on the other because he's tagging them both at the same is using them both at the same time. So that's for Facebook. And for Instagram, you can just invite to collaborate your other uh, post, and you make the other one a constant collaborator. So every time you post on one, you are tagging the other person as a collaborator, not just tagging regularly, but tagging as as a co-producer per se. So that way people are able to, but the only challenge is that if you consistently do that, whenever there's a challenge with any one of those profiles, Facebook or Meta will take down both profiles at the same time because they have
Mm,
connected them.
both together. And now I noticed another thing this morning. So there's this Monday nuggets I usually post on my personal Facebook page.
Mhm.
I usually do I started out with doing encouragement short nuggets. But
Okay.
for some odd reasons again, the app I used, I couldn't use the app again. And so I
Okay.
got stuck in that. So after a while, of course, I get people asking, "I wouldn't see your nugget, we didn't see your nugget, we didn't see your nugget." So I started doing a proper write-up rather than the short nugget that I usually do. And I just restricted it to Mondays alone. Now I linked my personal IG to my Facebook. So anything I automatically post on my Facebook, I don't need to go back to my personal IG now to go and repost. It just reflects there. But since last week again, I noticed that the our Meta cannot send this message to Instagram. So I tried to click the button to on it, but it wasn't coming up. If I got frustrated this morning, I just abandoned the thing and posted only on on Facebook.
The challenge is that Meta is amazing. It's just that WhatsApp is also a Meta tool. Otherwise, I would have just said that as much as possible. Once we are done with WhatsApp, the next one we're going to do is TikTok. Because I realized that we are spending a lot of energy trying to beat Meta's algorithm when there are other platforms that we don't even need to do as much
Do as
to
much
get
as
so much results. Anyway, so stay tuned. Make sure you join us for TikTok. We'll talk more then. But as much
okay.
as possible, just look for all you can do to deal with the issues.
Yeah, the WhatsApp channel and the I'll see I will work on that. I noted them down already.
So I'm going to go to day 6 now. So we are still talking about how to build your contact list. Offer an incentive, for example, a discount or a free resource for users who join your WhatsApp list. And
Okay.
as a result of day 6, I actually put together a guide. I called it the ultimate guide for first time home buyers. And I posted on LinkedIn, on Instagram, on Facebook, on Threads, on Twitter, that anyone that is interested should send me a message. I put my WhatsApp number there. I pinned those posts where I could pin them so that anyone that comes will know that they can. And the guide is I put the guide on seller. So the guide is free until 27th of October. And after 27th of October, it will go back to being it will go to being something people will pay. So that's what I did for to be able to claim credit for day 6. So I'm not sure you gain anything for day 6, but I'll just love to hear your thoughts on what you think you can do that will be like an incentive for anyone for people you want to join your WhatsApp list. This is one of the strategies you can adopt to get people on WhatsApp, to more people or new people. So, question for you: what do you think you can offer people that will make them want to connect with you on WhatsApp?
Okay, so we could talk about that too. Maybe a discount on a 10% discount on cakes.
Mm. Okay, because what I did that helped me decide on the guide was that I put again in ChatGPT. I asked ChatGPT to give me sample ideas of incentives I can put out for people to want to join my WhatsApp list as a real estate marketer. So the guide was number one on the list. So I chose the guide, and at least for now, I think I've had like 3 or 4 downloads, and we'll keep going. And one other reason why I like the guide is that I can measure, I can see how many people have done it. I can see beautiful thing with sellers is that when they are buying, they have to give their WhatsApp numbers. So it's coming in anyway as part of what's happening, what as in it's part of the process of downloading. Their WhatsApp numbers comes up to. So it's been a good one, and so I look forward to hearing your feedback when you do put put out the incentive.
Okay. So let me quickly chip this in. My package is not just, I don't do just cakes alone. We have a complete
Okay.
package with meals. I said I do a complete package. I'm not restricted to cakes alone.
Okay.
I make we make soup bowls, we make meals, we cater for both indoor, outdoor. We do food on the run. I decorate and I plan events also. And so I'm looking at how to put together all of these in a box. Now, one thing I realized that they're all interrelated with each other.
Mm.
And so how do I combine everything together? Okay, so looking at the giving a discount with it, a discount now, would the discount be restricted to just the cakes alone, or would it cut across? Okay, when you want two bowls, would it cut across? Okay, when you refer somebody, I just thought about that too. When you refer us to a client for a job of over 200,000, you get an incentive on it. Do you get? And I've been looking at how do I pull all of this in one box, despite the fact that they are interrelative.
Mm. So there are many ways to do that. One thing you can do is that you can offer like a combo. So you can say that, oh, if you buy cakes and you also order, so what else can you sell? Can you mix with cake?
Mhm. Maybe small chops.
Okay, so you can say if you order cake and this quantity of small chops, then yeah, you qualify for, let's say, 5% discount. But if you order cake, small chops, and add an extra thing, you get 10%
Maybe
discount.
10 of jollof rice.
Hmm. So, if you combine those, if you do those combos,
Mm.
you definitely, but then again, one thing you always want to do is to increase. So, right now, remember what we are trying to do is that we want them to join your WhatsApp list. We are not giving them, it's not, so it has to be the people that are joining your WhatsApp list are people that have never patronized you before. Because if they've patronized you before, they should most likely be already be on your WhatsApp list, right?
Yes.
So you're thinking you're trying to attract new customers. That's what you're trying to do with this incentive. And offering a discount may not work in that case. Offering a discount could work for people that have already patronized you because they already have a feel of what
Of
your
what?
food tastes.
It's like
So you have to do something that someone that has never patronized you before will come up their lethargy. So the people that would appreciate the discounts you give are people that have had your food before, and maybe the only reason why they've not ordered again is because, oh, they don't have the money yet. Discount will work for those ones. But for someone that hasn't patronized you before, one of the things that I've almost always suggested for food businesses, particularly for people that are making cakes, is for you to offer them like slices rather than asking people to come and pay to buy a full cake. You can offer slices, and when you're doing your discounts or free, or it shouldn't be free, but at least you can say, oh, you can get it for, let's say typically they'll get it for 2.5, you can say, oh, 1.5, because you have discounted it per se, but you are discounting it because you want to get people in. So you can say, oh, if you are anywhere around the Anokpajan, you are craving cake, you don't need to buy a full cake just because you're craving cake. How about you try our slices? And then you post that offer in all the WhatsApp groups you belong to. You post in all the Facebook groups you belong to. Because the good thing with groups, particularly groups like, let's assuming you're living in Yanopaja, for example, I would recommend that you join groups of people around the Yanopaja as well, along with any other groups that you are doing. And then you put in the promo that, oh, if you're craving cake and you are anywhere around Yanopaja, that yeah, Moby Cakes is going to be um, is having a discount for slices, and then you tell us everything, and you'll be amazed by how many people will be in your DM because they are craving cake. So you have brought it to a level. So they buy cake from you today. You get their contact details because all they did, then they've tasted your slices. Then they're like, huh, this tastes good. Maybe I should use her for my cousin's birthday. Maybe I can get my cousin a small cake. Then you deliver with that. Next thing, maybe she can make my daughter's cake. Then they find out, oh, you can do jollof too. That's good. Let's just mix the jollof. Let's do jollof and cake. And then you begin to upsell. But you, particularly for people that you are meeting online, you probably want to start from the basis. And for me, I sat back and I asked myself that question: how do I want to play this? And one of, because real estate is not cheap, right? So what do we do? So yes, I'm looking at the ebook, but I've also realized that the same audience that I want, that are going to buy real estate, are also going to be interested in investing their money. So I'm doing all I can to be visible in the investment space, to ensure that even if I'm not a finance person, I can still be a voice that they can listen to, because I'm getting the best information and I'm dishing it out. Mm. And that does not really cost me much. And it's something I can use to draw people. So, for example, I can't tell people come and buy land of 500K, and you get land of 500K for 0 naira if you give me your WhatsApp number. It doesn't work that way. But I can offer them an investment guide, and that because of, based on the investment guide, let me have your WhatsApp number, because basically all I'm trying to do is just to increase the people, the quality, and improve the quality of people that are checking my status. I want them to be people that are interested in my business. I think I've talked quite a lot about day 6. So let's finish with day 7. So for day 7, we're to create a welcome message for new contacts that introduces your business and outlines what they can expect. So for me, I do have a message, but I want to look at it and craft it to be in tune with what this is saying. So I'd like to check with you. Uh, do you have anything for the 7 tasks already? Hello? Okay. She's left the call. All right. Well, I think it was a good one after all. So let's end it.